Hey guys, this is Henrik Danhage from Evergrey. You're listening to Brutally Delicious.
One, two, three, four. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
Oh,
Hey, how are you, my friend?
fine, thank you. You
I'm doing well. What's it like over there in Sweden today?
good? We just have a little cloudy right now, but it's been very sunny the whole day. So we're still planning on some barbecuing today.
Oh, nice. So the weather's warm?
Yep, yep, it's really nice.
That's
so
great.
it's zero complaints about that.
Excellent. Well, thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it. I won't keep you too long.
No. It's fun. It's all good.
I spoke with Tom last on 70,000 tons of metal, I guess, what, a year, 2 years ago, maybe? A year and a half ago?
Okay.
How was that experience? That was pretty great, right?
Yeah. That's I played that 2 times, and I think it's really fun, and they're very friendly, and yeah, the surrounding doesn't suck either.
No. Right. Playing metal on the Caribbean Ocean is pretty amazing.
yeah. So it was really fun, really good, very nice experience to have, and just nice to get away for a couple of days in that environment. And I mean, all the fans there, all the fans of that festival is really nice as well, and yeah, I mean, since the tickets are so expensive, people are there to really enjoy it and make the most of it, and
Right.
be there to behave and so it's very, and a lot of people are coming back for so many years as well. So that community of their own is probably really awesome as well.
Yeah, I think I've been 9 out of the bunch, and it's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's the same people. You're 100% right. You meet the same people every year and have dinner with the same people every year, and it's pretty great.
And it's really fun to see all the crew people on the last night as well, when they, let their hair out,
Yeah.
that have been working completely been buried in work for the whole.
Right.
Wow. I'm just gonna unplug my computer, man. We have what's a thunder?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Thor.
So much for your barbecue then.
You know what? I'm gonna make the kids barbecue.
There you go. Anyway, let's talk about Evergrey and Theories of Emptiness. So I put this on, and the first riff, right from Falling from the Sun, is so amazing. I mean, it sucks you right in. What's been the response to this so far, the early response?
I think it's been very good, fantastic. People are excited. It's fresh. The sound is fresh. The energy is even more of that force that is. A more positive force that is just, I mean, that's the thing, when you go dark, you can only go so dark without, and then you add something, but you certainly lose that momentum,
Right.
that being powerful, and I think that to keep it and really focusing on the energy and really go for it, I think that's that we've been doing this on this one as well, just keeping reducing, all the elements. And if it's going to be pretty, then we're going to make it really very pretty. And if it's going to be sad, it's going to be very sad and lonely. So you feel almost miserable when you hear it. And then, so you really do that thing to the fullest.
Right.
And yeah, and I think that was good this time that Johan had a lot of the riffs that Jonas and Tom pretty much structured around, because that just made them a thing to be free, because then you just hear it in a complete different thing than if you would sit and play it, because if you play, you're in that mode and you're thinking in notes and how can I play this, is it possible, la la la, instead of if you hear it, it's just like wow, then you don't think how it's going to be to sing over this, or how it's, because you only so you can get the best of it.
So 14 albums in. First of all, congratulations. That's quite an accomplishment in these times, right? Most bands don't even get 2 records in. But 14 albums in, do you have a hard time, or do you spend a lot of time trying not to write the previous record? Does that make sense? I mean, I know you don't want to alienate your fans, but you still don't want to write the last record.
No. Exactly. But I think it's we are in a kind of vein, and for the last 2, I had a lot. I did on the last one. I didn't have any riffs for it, because Johan had so much, and I really just felt that I would really want to focus on solos and other things, and like the vibe around the whole project a bit, and because everybody's good at different things, I get very impatient, for instance, so and that is not fair to somebody that sits with something, because then I'm not the best person to be around. I should leave then, because for me it's but it's better that I can come in instead and just like hear the improvements. It's like, no, I think it was better before because of this and this. And then we can value the band. We can value my as being neutral right then, because I have not invested, 8 in that choir thing, because if it's not good, it's not good, regardless if you spend 20 hours on it, but it's easy to get lost in stuff. So everybody has different roles. And this time it was Johan that had a lot of the riffs. So it was just fun. And it just, every album is just getting smoother and smoother to do and more fun. Because there is no rules, even though, I mean, of course, we're not going to do a tango song, Right. Maybe that would go. And if we would do anything else, it would be a tango, because that is fucking sexy music, man.
Yeah.
It is. Wow. It is as close as lovemaking as, isn't it, right?
Yeah, Evergrey Tango.
So, and also the thing is, both of us just get smiling because we get a thing of an emotion and a vibe, even though I don't know anything about tango.
Yeah, me neither. Right.
And that is the same thing with the music. If you just like, ooh, I'm getting this kind of vibe with this, and you just, okay, good, then we go with that, Right. So you can make the music a bit more cinematic somehow with emotions as well, which I think is very cool. And Johan coming up with some suit ideas as well, His hand on the keyboard is very different from anybody else. And of course, then Rickard comes in and just execute it. Right. Like, yeah. So that is so cool that everybody really play in this band.
It's funny you mentioned it, and I'm going to go off topic here for 1 second, but it's so interesting how music is so emotional, right? It speaks to the soul, and some of the biggest memories of your past, good or bad, are totally connected to songs, right? Or records, and you could remember exactly where you were when you hear whatever, the Bryan Adams song or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
And it even takes you back to that whole vibe. You can even like get the smell of where you were exactly then, So yeah, and that is so cool because it's somehow it just pops up,
Instant.
Because sometimes there is songs that you have not heard in years,
but you're instantly there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the first 3 notes, I'm back in my car in New York, with my girlfriend at 17 years old or something. It's really crazy.
Yeah. And, it's just so funny that you say that now, because just mentioning New York, I just remember when I was living there, and I was not living there, I had a girlfriend there for almost a year. And I was still using a Walkman.
Yeah.
No, a CD player.
Okay.
So remember just walking, listening to some demos, walking up and down. And I remember listening to a particular Case Choice album, which is like a Netherlands kind of rock band. And it's just so interesting that you said that, because it just booms. And I remember I got the Kill Switch Engaged album on the way home, and I listened to that one, the End of Heartache, or I think it was the name of that one.
Yeah.
Great album, you know. The only one that I really listened to with them, but I really like that one.
It's imprinted though, right? With that memory, it's just totally imprinted there. Yeah, it's very strange. So when you set out to write Theories of Emptiness, I know we said it's emotional and it's got a vibe. Is there something you want your fans to walk away from after listening to it? Some sort of takeaway?
I mean, obviously, but to be honest with you, I think it more when we do it, we mostly do it. Obviously, you want to live with a feeling, but and sometimes it's different. Mostly, the feeling that I want to go through is I mostly want to do it that you want to hear it again, instead of this is going to be a great passage to the next song. And I am more that, you know, it's easy for me to make a set on the album. We take the best song first, we take the second best song second, and the third, you know, that's the way that I think.
Right.
Not like, yeah, there, and then we're going to have nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I just don't think like that.
I think we talk about this a lot on the show, and I think it probably applies here. There's a lost art to sequencing, right? Like putting that record in the order, because you're creating, like you just said, the ebbs and flows and how you want it to be perceived, and start and end, and where you want the listener in the middle. And I think that's lost on the new world of music, right? With singles and 30 seconds of this or one Spotify song.
But that's the whole thing. The live thing, the set list. We have realized that what works best for Rickard comes up with the set list and presents it to us. And for a long time, it was always that we needed to, yeah, but what if, remember this, and because everybody just had a fucking opinion about it, you know? Instead of reading what he has actually wrote, you know, it's just like you just want to stay with you,
right?
Know? Whereas now, good, and we have a really nice discussion, and then I all in the pace, but does it much better,
right?
Because, and it is very important for a live show, and it is very important for an album. So that's why I understand that I am not the best one to choose a set list,
right,
for either the album or for the live show.
Right.
Because I would take all the fast things in the beginning, you know,
and then bring it down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I think if you're going back to what you said, you want them to be able to put it back on again at the end. Maybe, and I'm not an artist by any means, but maybe want to end on something that's not so slow, so they're still into it and pop it back on again. I don't know.
I think that's the trick though with the album. It's to find the. I mean, the last song is important for the album,
right?
On the other hand, every song is important,
right?
Maybe not every song has to be a single though,
right? So along those same lines, then, are you guys writing like a whole shitload of songs and then just picking the ones you like, or do you just write for the record and you wrote those, whatever it is, 8-10 songs?
Usually it's a couple of songs going at the same time. Usually the last two ones, Johan has just dropped a crazy amount of riffs. And now when we're going to play so many shows, the thing is I've been sitting so much playing, but for certain reasons I didn't feel comfortable presenting the riffs. I don't know. It's just been, I don't know why really, to be honest with you. And we had so many other stuff at the same time. So it's kind of hard to go in and, like, I also have stuff where now, instead of just presenting a demo, which is the thing that we have been working now,
Mm-hmm.
So it's, so I have a bunch of riffs now that I've been having for a couple of years now, different ones that I'm very excited to go together with you and sit down So we're gonna get another flavor to add back my riffing as well that has not been on the last 2 albums really, except for maybe a little part there and there, you know. So I'm really looking forward to go in and rocking out more, you know.
Nice. So I saw you had Jonas, or however you pronounce it, from probably one of my favorite bands of all time, Catatonia. How did that come about? I assume you're all friends because you're from Sweden there, right?
Yeah, it's Tom and Jonas are friends, you know, and we started like meeting out on airports and up in the lounges, you know, especially last summer. We did a lot of festivals, and Catatonia did a lot of festivals. Oh, I'm just going to show you. Look at this, man.
Oh, shit.
So much.
Yeah, no barbecue today.
Barbecue is canceled, kids.
I was getting ready to come eat.
Yeah, it would have been great. Just some burgers, man. Nothing beats some burgers.
Oh, yeah.
I love that, man. Just, oh.
What kind of cheese? What kind of cheese are you putting on your burger?
I really like pepper jack.
Yeah, I think that's.
Cheddar is fine, but there's just something in my head that just like, no, I don't like cheddar. But I mean, on a McDonald's cheeseburger, I don't have and I really love McDonald's cheeseburgers.
Right.
Since I was a kid. I think it's one of the finest sandwiches in the world, I'd say.
That's a big statement there. I'm a Gouda fan, to be honest. I do like pepper jack, and that's good. But I think Gouda on a burger is pretty good as well.
Yeah, Gouda, yeah. And then we have some that is a bit strong, you know, and a bit bitey. And has a lot of those nutty kind of thing that I also think is very nice to have on. So it has a bit of a strong cheese on it, you know.
Bacon, no bacon.
I mean, usually no, but I mean, bacon is good.
All right, so the last one, and it determines if we keep the conversation going or not. You ready? Ketchup, mustard, or both?
Mustard.
Oh, now we got to end the conversation? No.
The thing is, not on the other hand, it's awesome with like on to go back to with the McDonald's thing.
They mix it.
Then I love that. Yeah, I think it's that's the thing. It's a great mix of the things. I'm not a fan of the pickle.
No, me neither.
But still, and especially if it's a bit cold, you know, when you find one like a couple of hours later, it's like, oh, that's very common in the dressing room, you know, like night food.
Oh yeah.
When we get burgers and stuff when they're cold. Then I really enjoy the cucumber, like the pickles. But otherwise, no.
So no hot pickle.
I give it to my wife. She loves it.
Nice. Anyway. Jesus. What does this look like live, man? Are you taking this live?
Yes, we are. And we just rehearsed yesterday. We're going to rehearse on Monday again. And then I just talked to Tom now, and I thought that I was gonna be booked from the 9th of June, but I'm gonna be booked from the 2nd of June. So I guess I'm gonna tell my wife today that I'm gonna be leaving 1 week earlier.
You playing all the summer festivals?
No, we don't do that many festivals, but we're going to South America. We start in South America this time in June, so we do that the whole June. From the 9th, and to the 25th, and then we're gonna be home in July. Then we start in August and September, and then it's gonna be 92 shows from now.
Cow.
So it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna
be
a lot of.
I've never been but I've never been to South America. But everybody I talk to says those fans are super rabid for metal. Hardcore.
Yeah, it's really, really cool, and now it's just gonna be. I think the older every year that passes, man, you know, I'm just getting more and more humble and more grateful for the things, you know. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna go to South America ever again, you know.
Right.
And I just the whole thing, it just makes me feel so great that we have that camaraderie together. This is our gang. This is what we have. And now we are really very proud of what we have done, and we are really excited to show it for our fans, and for even more excited to show it for people that have not.
Right.
All the ones that are there for the first time now, being brought by friends.
So yeah, I mean, I imagine it's multi-generational, right? People like myself bringing their kids, because you've been around for quite a long time.
Yeah. So it's we have some young ones, of course, as well, and it's also that's there with parents, or
right.
Somehow they made that connection with another family member. Somehow it's very cool, and it's just like before, how music can connect you with other people and connect you within yourself with feelings, and that's just like, it's amazing that you can do that with 12 notes.
Yeah. It sure is. So lastly, this has nothing to do with Evergrey either, but when you're in South America, you're going to be able to get out and eat some of that food?
Yes. Yeah.
Because I imagine that's the best, right? Trying all that local food.
Yeah, and just that is also the thing, I've been spending so much time just in hotel rooms, sleeping on the bus, sitting in the back stage, shredding, or just, it's time to go out and see the world, while especially when you are, so when I just had it handed to me as well,
Right.
I can sit home here and shred, and just, because I mean, it's so much things to see out there, and just because it is a privilege to live this life. Yes. So I was just it's going to be very fun to see the reaction, when we go out and just, when you start to entertain, it's a fantastic feeling to see people getting happy, and they sing to the songs. And I mean, I'm bad with lyrics, so it always blows my mind that when they are standing and sing the whole song, and they sing every song, and I just like, I'm standing there being myself, trying to remember like the words that I need to remember,
Right.
because it's just so awesome, and people are crying and they're laughing and they're hugging each other because they have memories of that song in their lives. So it's always very cool with the live thing.
Awesome. That is all I have. I appreciate the time and the conversation. I know we meandered, but I like to just chat. So
it was really, really nice talking to you. And have a great day, and hope to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe on 70K again sometime.